Well, we're back, and the rings are made, and we're going to prepare to solder. So take a look. All right, our rings are fashioned. I'm going to go ahead and prep these. What I'll do is I'll take one of the bezels, take a steel brush, just clean it up a little bit. Now they're already clean from sanding and all that. We're just making last moment preparations. One of the things I want to show you is when I use a third arm for this procedure, I like to loosen the third arm from the base so it has a little bit of play in it. And what I'll do is I'll put the ring in the third arm and I'll pick it up and let it rest on top of the bezel. So as I solder it, that very slight bit of gravity is pushing the two together. Not enough force to deform anything, but enough force for me to know that they are in fact joined, that the two items are in fact touching. I like to catch the ring in the center at the very tip. The reason for that is when you put heat to this, if you have a large piece of steel, what will happen is the steel will act as a heat sink. It'll suck energy, heat away from this, and you want it just touching on the tip, so when you put heat to this guy, the heat stays on this ring. I'll set it on the bezel and make sure that both ends are touching, that it's lined up this way, and this way on 3 axes. Gone ahead and cleaned up some easy sterling silver solder. Easy solder melts at around 1145 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll take our handy flux, and here we go. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to flux both the ring and the bottom of the bezel. Put it right back down. We'll go ahead and cut some easy sterling, and it melts at around 1450. We'll need to cut 2 16th inch by 16th inch chips for this. Remember my scissors. Okay. Like on other projects, I'll go ahead and make sure that the sterling itself, the solder, is fluxed as well. Now what I'll do is I'll gently pick up on the third arm. I'll take the piece of solder and I'll put it between the ring and the bezel. I'll lift this up just a bit, and when I do, I'll slip that chip of solder underneath it. Okay. Just make sure it's got a little extra flux on there. And you may want to be just a bit particular about this. You want it so that gravity is forcing the ring down onto the bezel and right over the solder. That way when the solder liquefies, the ring gets pushed into it, makes the joint, you're done.